Hi everyone, today we are going to look at one quite class. So this is the keystroke class, and the keystroke class is actually an replacement of the key listener object. Okay, and the key listener is basically the method that is listening to what your keys or your mouse is doing, which button is pressed and so on. So in that way we also can use the keystroke. There are some differences of course, but we are going to cover them once we start coding. So basically you can specify a combination of keys. For example, you know, on your keyboard for some actions you need to press, let's say, to turn off your PC, Alt and F4. Okay, and this might be done with keystroke. So this is basically looking for some combinations or for some buttons to be pressed, and then is doing some actions. Okay, but let's head on to the idea where I will show you three quite interesting combinations of keystrokes that you can implement directly and design a window for that. Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to create keystroke. So let's create a new project called keystroke. Okay, so actually I'm gonna call it keystroke 1 because I already have the project keystroke. And once we create it, we will be ready to write our code. So let's first create actually a package here, and the package will be called keystroke pack. So I'm pressing package, and here let's write keystroke pack. Okay, that's it. And after that I'm just going to create a class called application. Here we will have only a single class, so we will write everything in a single file. It should be easier. So now let's first import the Java swing into our file. Okay, and after that let's import the Java AWT as well, and I'm also going to import Java AWT event. Okay, java.awt event. Okay, I cannot find it, I will just write it here. So here we'll call it event, that's it. And after that, inside our application, let's write private static final string action key equals to the action. And let's write here semicolon. After that, let's write public static void main, and this is going to be our main class. So here main string args. Okay, and let's write curly brackets here. So here we'll write runnable as we did last time. So we need our runnable command, and it's gonna be called runner new runnable. That's it. You will see that a lot actually in our codes because we need something to run our program. And after that, let's write inside public void run. Okay, and then we add a curly bracket, and the first thing we will do here is to initialize our buttons. So let's write jframe equals new jframe, and this is going to be our frame, and we initialize it with the keystroke sample, and this is going to be written as a header of our jframe. Okay, after that, since we have our object frame, which is part of the class jframe, we can add some methods to it. So let's write frame set default close option to be exit on close, or exit when we press the X button. That's it. And now what I'm going to be doing is just create each of the buttons that is going to be displayed in this frame. So first let's create the first J button, and it's going to be called button A equals new J button. And here I will show you how to write text inside the buttons as HTML. So I'm just copy and paste it. Please feel free to pause the video and just to write what is written there, or just copy it from the source code. Okay, so this is what is gonna be written there. Okay, and I'm just going to copy this text for the next buttons, because we're going to have actually 4 buttons here in our frame. And in that way I will show you the keystroke. And if you remember, while I'm doing this, I'm going to be talking to you. If you remember, the keystroke enables certain actions once keys are pressed. So this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to ask for some keys to be pressed in order something to be displayed on our system. And you will see how this is done actually. So let's here just copy and paste what's gonna be displayed in the buttons. So here I'm just writing everything in a in a HTML format, and this is what is going to be displayed inside the buttons. This doesn't have yet functionality. We're just saying that there are buttons that display certain things. So the first button will display Control and Alt 7 and also the header focused. Okay, but now what we're going to do is to display certain sentences. So these sentences that you can see, we're going to display them inside our system. Okay, so once you press a button, then you are going to get a message inside the system that something happened. Okay, so we created an action listener here, and let's write public void action performed, and then in the brackets action event, and then action event again. Let's write curly bracket here, and inside we're going to create a J button source equals parenthesis J button action event dot set source get source. Okay, and here once we got the source, so we got the signal from the button, then we're going to display the word activated and the message relative to the certain button. So we would see on our screen activated, and depending on which button and which function is activated, we're going to see certain messages. Okay, so here we write get text. Okay, that's it. And let's just write a semicolon here, and we can continue with the rest of the code. Okay, so here we're going to add actually functionality to the buttons, and we're actually going to connect the different buttons with the different texts. So let's write keystroke, and here we use the keystroke for the first time. Control Alt 7 equals to keystroke dot get keystroke, and in the brackets is going to be Control Alt 7. Okay, here we go. Control Alt 7, then semicolon, and after that let's write input map, and again input map, and here let's write button A equals button A dot get input map. Okay, and after that we're going to write again input map dot put, and we're going to put some action here. So we're going to add Control Alt 7, comma, action key, which we initialized in the beginning of our code. You can see it on your screens. Then let's write action map. Okay, and again action map, and here this is again going to be related to our button A. Okay, and this will be equal to button a dot action map, and that's it. Okay, so let's write now action map dot put action key, comma, action listener. Okay, action listener, that's right. Okay, let's create actually a new keystroke. So we created one keystroke, Control Alt 7, and let's create a new keystroke which is going to be called enter. And this will be equal to keystroke.getKeystroke, get keystroke. And here in the brackets, how we are going to initialize it this time, we are going to take a key event.vk enter, which means that we are going to take the signal from the enter button. Okay, and we're going to add some parameters, 0 and true. Okay, 0